Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this video. For those of you not familiar with me, I am Minardo Rob of the YouTube channel FL Thunder Digging Florida with Rob. I hope I get to see a lot of new folks here tonight for this video. And yes, it is evening. The MANTICORE introduction and demonstration took place earlier this afternoon, and I went out detecting for a few hours afterwards and then got home, had dinner, and here I am still in my metal detecting clothes. But guys, I want to do a little bit of an intro to this. Debbie, the Minelab rep, who is going cross country with the MANTICORE and showing it off to dealers, today was at Phil Myers' shop in Tampa, which is Myers Metal Detecting, the only metal detecting business here in the Tampa Bay area. And we have 3 clubs within a 5-county area here, and apparently they notified all 5 clubs. My club president called me today and said he was not available to get over there for the demonstration. He was called, so he asked if I could go over there and check out the MANTICORE, and I was more than happy to do that. So guys, you're going to see a demonstration where I walked in to Phil's shop in the middle of a live stream on Phil's Treasure Talk show that he does, I believe, on Monday nights with his co-host Jeff. And Jeff was having people come up and ask questions of Debbie, the Minelab rep, and she was in the process of answering questions. When they got a break or so, I would throw in a question or two, and then when the live stream stopped, Debbie was gracious enough to answer several questions I had, including some tough questions I had on improvements that I thought should have been made that over the Equinox, as I'm an owner of 2 Equinox machines. So guys, here's the video. I'll interject a little bit here and there to answer some questions when the video gets sound gets soft and you can't hear them. But here it is, guys, one of the first demonstrations of the Minelab MANTICORE in the United States, physically in our hands, that we're allowed to touch, and she demonstrates to us and answers all our questions. But guys, the MANTICORE is here in the United States, and she gives a release date, guys, so you're going to have a release date in this video. Alrighty.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And we are working on a conversion chart, so you can see what a $50 would be on an Equinox, which would usually be in the 30s, versus what it will be on MANTICORE. What's the range in the MANTICORE? 0 to 99. So what we did is, and the reason that we don't go into a negative number is primarily because there's a lot of countries that have steel coins that always showed up as a negative iron number. So this way you can knock out what you don't want, but you'll have good targets that you'll be able to see. Now if I do, let's see if I can do this. We get both my nail and the...
Yeah, you get 2 different images there, so that appears to be 2 different targets.
So you'll know that.
Yep, you'll see it up in the panel.
So you would hear the ferrous and the non-ferrous target, and you would see it. Yeah, you're seeing down here and down here. I guess that would be two different targets.
Now I'm almost, and this is inside, and I've got, I'm what, 8 inches?
Yeah, 7-8 inches, yeah. And like you say, you're inside.
And my sensitivity is way down. So that's no threshold.
So I think
it will get good depth.
Yeah, I think it'll get good depth. I think it'll be good in iron when the final unit comes out. And Rob, you see the...
Yes, that's what I was looking at. I was told that it has a different type of...
Yeah, no coil ear. The coil ear is on the ship.
Oh, okay.
We can take that, we can take
awesome.
It out so people can see it.
Yes, I thought that was kind of ingenious.
I had heard about it, but I hadn't seen it yet.
So that's a cool feature.
And then you do a thumb lock release there.
Yep, you got your cam locks both here.
So 2 cam locks, yep. Okay, and they're both adjustable. All right. That is awesome.
Is there a saltwater salinity adjustment on there? Or is
that would be for the seawater.
Seawater.
Yep.
That's just it.
Hey folks, let me do the first interjection here. You saw Debbie showing how the new MANTICORE does not have coil ears. They have changed the design at the bottom of the detector completely to eliminate, or try to mostly eliminate, the problem with the Equinox's 11-inch coil snapping ears off. I just had to send my 600 stock coil back because one of the ears cracked, and I know several people that I hunt with have broke the coil ears, and at least 3 or 4 people. We've all just generally thought that those ears were way too thin compared to some other detector models. So Minelab apparently listened, guys, and they have now put the coil ears as a integrated unit on the bottom part of the shaft of the MANTICORE. It's a composite shaft, and it's only a little piece about that big, which would be a lot more inexpensive to repair if one of those ears that they have on the shaft break. But it should be a lot less expensive for Minelab, and hopefully, guys, this goes a long way to solving the coil ear problem. So hopefully problem number 1 taken care of over a design from the Equinox. Okay.
So what it is?
No,
you guys
you
see
have
it?
settings on it.
You have settings on the seawater, Jeff.
So they've eliminated the situation with the coil ear, guys.
One of the questions
There was no,
Which is
was
one of the questions people had, and you answered it right off the bat.
but all you have to do is change your washers,
but it,
and then you will have no coil ear problem.
explaining,
There you go.
On Equinox.
Iron, and for our friends in Canada, like the Canuck, she'll be able to hear
Yeah,
those steel
Phil's streaming
coins.
right live now on Treasure
A
Talk,
good
guys.
tone, just with the red line at the bottom. It should.
Here it is, guys. The first look in person at the
Can
MANTICORE.
you change it?
Yes, air control over all the tones.
There is the back of the MANTICORE.
Edit.
Alrighty, guys, as you can see by the picture of the back of the MANTICORE here, there are 2 things that's left exactly the same from the Equinox. The battery charging compartment with the 4 little metal tabs for you to put the magnet charger in is exactly the same. And Debbie made sure I asked her a little bit later on, you'll see in this video, yes, you can use the charging cord for the Knox or from the Knox for this machine. And also they left the port for the wired headphones, so you can use your wired headphones from the Knox, or an aftermarket set that fits the Knox will also work in here. 2 cam locks on the shaft, 1 upper, 1 lower. So if by chance something does break right here, all you do is replace this little piece. You're not having to replace the entire coil. That is a flipping great idea, guys.
So you've got Ferris tones and you have target tones that you can adjust. So
Alright, guys, Debbie just announced that this is actually still a prototype, but they are planning on releasing it by the end of the year in its final form. So that's 3 months, guys. Well, there you go, guys. You just heard it. You just heard Debbie announce from a question on the Treasure Talk live stream that this is still a prototype that she has, but they hope to get all the kinks worked out and get the final engineering and have that done and started being sent to distributors by the end of the year. So sometime in hopefully late December, they will be starting to be sent to distributors. So there you go, guys. You have a approximate release date of the end of 2022. So there we go. They're doing a live stream on Treasure Talk right now.
And in my opinion, I would rather have it tested and running the way that they want to run it before we release it.
Absolutely.
It's always best.
Yep.
Yeah. And you
But the goal is to have them out before the end of the year. And I know they're pushing for that. They are not.
Alrighty, folks, somebody on the Treasure Talk live stream asked Debbie if the wireless headphones, stock wireless headphones, will be waterproof, as I guess the pair are that come with like the Deus. And she said, no, they will not. They will not have wireless waterproof headphones, at least at the introduction of the machine. All right.
And it will be a different headphone. I'm not sure of the operating system yet, but it has the same. If you have waterproof headphones for the Equinox, the plug is the same. So you'll be able to utilize those.
Awesome.
The headphones, the plug-in portion of the headphones. The new headphones with this are going to be the ML, I think it's 105. So they're substantially a better headphone. It's a headphone we're including with the $6,000 gold machine. And
here is a picture of the higher end headphones they'll be including in this machine that came off the 6000 that they're going to be basing these new MANTICORE headphones on this pair right here.
It's a waterproof connection.
Just the eggs you gotta
No,
worry
but
about.
they're gonna
Alrighty,
be
guys, these are
wireless
what the
like this,
headphones
right?
for the
Correct. This is
Manticore are
just-
going to look like. These are, so they're going to be
It'll
similar
be
to this,
similar
guys.
to that, yeah.
Yep, very cool. All right,
Where'd that go to?
What detector did this go to?
6,000.
very high quality, she said, that are the same kind of headphones or similar headphones that are made to their gold 6000 metal detector that's really expensive. So you should be getting, they should be issuing an upgraded pair of headphones with the Manticore. All right. And what about the charging port? Is that the same as
Charging
the
port's
Equinox?
the same. Yep.
Okay.
Charging cable's the same. And there will be no WM08,
The little.
the little box.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Debbie also let folks know on the live stream that you will not be needing to use the WM08 wireless module that comes with the Knox. Okay. Here's mine here. That comes with your wireless headphones. You will not need this piece with the Manticore. I guess they've developed it to where you can just link right up with the machine without having to go through this. It comes with a belt clip, but they will not be issuing this. You will not need this with the Manticore.
I think we have Apple now for Equinox, don't we?
Yes.
I thought so.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
That should be
that's
no
all
problem.
I have. Yeah, so you,
Yeah, no.
some brands don't.
I just want to make sure that Equinox, I thought it did. It was.
Yeah,
So I
'cause
just want to make sure.
I've updated mine here in
Right.
the shop on the Mac. So
Alrighty, I don't know if you could hear the question real well on the live stream, but somebody asked Debbie if you'll be able to update the Manticore like you do with the Knox through plugging it into the internet on your computer, if it will be accessible for Apple brand computers as opposed to just PC computers. And Debbie said she believes so because it is that way with the Equinox. Phil Myers jumped in and said that he has all Apple products and he's able to do the updates on his Knoxes through his Apple computers, and she believes it will be the same way for the Manticore. So for you Apple users, you should be good to go using your Apple to update the new Manticore. All right. And here is Debbie answering some more questions from viewers from the Treasure Talk live stream.
well, I got some question too, Jeff. And this one we've tested a little bit. Want to see how square and pull tab show up on the 2D screen. Will we be able to tell apart from gold ring?
Reasons going from 0 to 99. A lot of people with Equinox wanted that middle section where lead and gold rings and brass, they kind of all fell in within a target range number. And it was a little bit more confusing as to what I want to dig and what I don't want to dig. So by going from 0 to 99, adding the increased power, that middle section where it was kind of clumped up together, that's been spread out so that there'll be more separation of different types of alloys than there was on Equinox. So that will also help. % more power to 9 hours.
9 hours.
Okay, so this battery can last up to 9 hours,
So 9
guys.
hours of hunting.
I have never
that's a
used
long day
my
of
battery
hunting
up
for sure.
on the Knox at all.
I know Jeff hunts.
But you
9
can
hours,
plug
don't you,
a
Jeff?
portable charger into it and use it while you're working, except for obviously in the water.
Hopefully you can document the machine better and ask the hard questions. We always ask hard questions.
You do.
We have to. But to me, it's tough question.
Oh, I like you guys. I keep coming back.
Yeah. For more.
So it's got a 3-stage light.
Flashlight. It's got a 10-stage backlight.
Fantastic.
And then it's got a separate light for your keypad.
Yeah, I thought the keypad light was
I
pretty
love it.
Awesome.
I love it.
That's a kind of a cool feature.
Yeah, because other brands, you don't have the light on those keys, and if it's dark or
Right,
low
trying
light,
to
or if you're
maneuver.
visually impaired, it's hard to do it.
Yeah, if you're in the neighborhood, come down
Yeah,
and see
come
it
down.
now.
That's what I did.
Yeah, it's like
I heard I'm
Bob
here.
And he's also a member of the Suncoast Research and Recovery.
Yeah, I was telling her I was at the Fort DeSoto demonstration when they came with the Vanquish.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
And we've got hats and gloves and
Oh yeah,
all
you
different prizes you
you
can
get
win.
to pick a duck. We moved inside because it's cooler in here. Even though Debbie said, no, I'll stand outside to eat.
It's a beautiful day out here, though.
It,
Alrighty, guys, let's go into the number one question and the number one problem I think a lot of us, including myself, had with the Equinox, and the biggest knock on the Equinox, and that's that it got the nickname the Equinox. And I hunt with several people that use the Equinox. I know of several people around the state of Florida that use the Equinox, And I also know that a lot of those people won't go anywhere near the water with it, even though it's advertised as a water machine up to 10 feet. Like I say, my 800 got water intrusion in the control pod twice, both in less than 2 feet of salt water. And then when I bought the 800 or the 600, excuse me, when my 800 was back at Minelab during COVID and the supply lines were shut down, I needed a machine, so I went out and bought a 600. And then about the fourth time I was in the water with the 600, I was in less than 1.5 feet of water, and that got water intrusion in it. So, guys, I point blank asked Debbie. Everybody that knew I was going over to do this interview today said, please ask about the water intrusion and if this machine's going to be more waterproof than the Knox is. All right, before they get somebody up with a question, can I ask a question that everybody's getting on everybody's mind?
Yes.
What have we done to improve the water situation, the water intrusion from the Equinox? I think that's pretty much the only question people had. Yes.
So, this is rated at IP68
Okay.
to 15 feet, where Equinox was 10 feet.
Correct. Okay, when she didn't answer my question the first time, I asked her again the second time. Well, the question I ask is, and this is my personal experience, I own 2 Equinoxes, a 600 and 800. I've had 2 control pods get wet on the 800 and 1 on the 600. So I think people just want, I guess, like, to know that there's been improvements done on this one.
There have been. It's a much more robust control panel.
Okay.
If you compared them side by side, and this is not to diminish that there was leakage problems with some Equinox, but overall, for the amount that
You made?
that we made and sold, it was less than 0.01%.
Okay, and that's what I had heard.
Yes.
Now, have you, and I have to ask this just because for my viewers, have you ever released sales numbers on the Equinox?
No, we never will.
Okay, and I figured you hadn't because I looked all over the internet and I couldn't find it.
I can tell you this, and this is my own personal opinion. I think Equinox changed the industry.
Oh,
The whole, it came out at a time when we needed something different.
Absolutely.
And something stepped up, and
the machine was
really
priced
changed.
at such a good price that everybody,
right where it should be.
but I would be safe to say in the hundreds of thousands.
I can't.
Okay, all right, she's not gonna. No worries, no worries. I just thought I'd throw it out there. And that's when she gave me a little bit better of an answer, and said it's more rugged, and hopefully they've taken care of the problem, guys. I would imagine that they've had to learn from the Equinox, and fixing or sending out all those new control pods had to cost them some money. So that addresses 2 of the 3 problems: the coil ears breaking, the leakage problem, and then we'll discuss the third issue here in a few minutes because they seem to have taken care of that too. That was my main question. Thank you very much for answering.
My pleasure.
Oh, and it slides down for portability for carrying.
Yep.
Look at that, guys. She's got it on the counter for the live stream people, but look at that, guys. Great for traveling on an airplane, guys, or for your detector bag. And I understand you've made the...
It's all carbon fiber.
Okay, so that makes it lighter, and I understand it's just a teeny bit lighter than the Knox.
2.9 pounds.
Okay.
With the 11-inch coil. You can adjust it.
Alrighty, guys. Another improvement they made is this is a softer plastic or rubber. So is this. So there'll be less, and then it's got a cam lock on this, guys. So that's adjustable to many different heights. That is awesome. So multiple areas, guys. They've made improvements and upgraded. That's impressive. And there is the screen. All right, guys. Phil's running a rusty bottle cap from Clearwater Beach.
So Phil is, I don't mean to cut you off. I've got to look at that because I've got to check that out. I don't know the answer to that, but I will find out, and then I will let Phil or Jeff know.
Okay.
And I want to see the video because I was, yeah.
Yeah, that's that bottle cap. You know the
So that's a bottle cap and it's coming down.
Equinox that's the toughest thing on the Equinox.
It is because it sounds almost like a nickel.
Yes.
Except the nickel will stay solid at 13. A bottle cap will bounce around more.
Yep, I'm down on the neck, and I'm getting the line, so I'm getting 22.
The
down in
back end of a
with the
beaver.
line.
That's all I could find.
And this is just the back end of a beaver tail. This is the tail. So I don't know if we get any kind of,
It's right here, so I can just bump that up and take it out.
yeah, if you wanted to, but I would never do that on the beach.
I get a lot of rings on 1213s. Alrighty guys, we'll discuss the third issue a lot of people have had with the Equinox, and that was the arm cuff and the metal detector plastic resting pegs snapping off. Mine just broke. My resting piece just broke off on the 600, one of the two arm pieces. And I know another detectorist on the beach that his arm cuff broke in half one day, and it pretty much ruined his detecting day. So if you look here, guys, you will see that Minelab has, I think, greatly improved the arm cuff and the resting pieces. They've made the arm cuff out of a flexible, I don't know if it's rubber or plastic, but it's extremely flexible. You can almost put it in a knot and bounce it out. So the top arm cuff piece looks extremely flexible, and it looks like there's no problem with that. And even the two bottom legs of your resting piece, they made those out of a little more flexible of a plastic than they were, so they should have a little more give to them and hopefully stand up a lot better. So to me, they've addressed all three issues with the Equinox. This is
That's a lot of people.
this is flexible, and even the bottom part is flexible plastic, guys. And it slides on a thumb release, guys. So you get a lot more settings for that, for your height.
Yep.
And it just clicks right down, guys. Boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then this is the same plug-in as is for the Knox, so you can use your wired headphones from the Knox.
Yeah.
You know, a layout. So same as DID.
Carbon fiber shaft. Okay, and another upgrade they gave the Manticore is it now comes with a carbon fiber shaft, the entire thing, okay? And it comes with thumb locks. They are way much more better than the little holes with the silver button with the spring inside. I've already broken off one spring inside of one of mine. Had to have that replaced, and you only had a limited amount of options for how far you could move your shafts. Yes, this machine is $1,600. It's a lot more money than the Equinox, but one, you're not going to have to go out and buy carbon fiber shafts. I know a lot of people that bought carbon fiber shafts for the Equinox, and from what I understand, they're $150 to $200. Don't have to do that with the Manticore now. The entire shaft from top to bottom is carbon fiber. So that's another upgrade, and she said that was a premier feature that they upgraded the Manticore with, and so you don't have to go out and buy a carbon fiber shaft, guys. It comes included, which is one of the reasons it makes the Manticore only 2.9 pounds, which is actually slightly less than the Equinox with the stock coil. Extremely light machine. So there you go. With
same thing where they'll
thumb locks
give you
here,
a map
Yeah.
at
and then that one there.
the meeting, because they don't
Boom.
announce what fields you're going to be at. Hunters know exactly.
Guys, this thing is so light. I mean, it's even a little bit lighter than the Knox.
You know, they just go right to
And then obviously they've upgraded so many things, including the carbon fiber shaft, so it saves you the money of buying a carbon fiber shaft if you want to lower the weight. They've already taken care of that here as an upgrade.
Yeah, digging huts,
So,
huts and pits and yeah.
There you go, guys. Boom. Alrighty, folks. In summary, I think Minelab's addressed a lot of the issues that people have with the Knox. People had no problem with the electronics of the Knox, how great the Knox worked, the depth of the Knox. This machine's supposed to have 50% more power heading down to the coil. She wouldn't give depth figures. She says they don't discuss depth figures, and but she says it's got 50% more power to the coil, and she believes that this will be a deeper machine. You saw some of the tests that she did with the dime or the coin and the nail, and the machine separated even two pieces of distinct metals being held together. The machine differentiated them, gave a high tone for the coin, and showed a grunt line, a red line on the Manticore screen for the nail. So they separated and showed both objects on the screen. I didn't get any pictures of the screen because she had the screen toward the live stream. So if you want to see the actual screen, please go to the Treasure Talk live stream on YouTube, and you can see that there. You can see this whole interview. I'm just kind of summing things up here to make the video a little shorter. That's it, guys. I picked up and held the Manticore. It's super light. I believe they've addressed a lot of the problems, and there were a lot of people there today putting in a pre-order for the MANTICORE. So guys, I hope you find this video informative, helped out. It's one of the, I think I'm one of the first people that's put my hand on this. It's not a dealer or a rep, just a regular metal detector that's out there that got invited over to see this. And I would like to thank Phil Myers, who was gracious enough to let me film this video inside his shop during a live stream for that he's involved with himself. And I'd like to thank Debbie, the U.S. rep for MANTICORE, who also allowed me to film the live stream and was extremely patient and polite to me, answering my questions, even the tough question about the water intrusion. So guys, judge for yourself. I'm just trying to lay this all out here to give you a more educated decision, and I hope this video helped you out. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If you think you might want to hang around and see some more from my channel, please give a subscription. It's free, and you know, it always helps the video hold around. So thanks guys, see you soon.